Welcome, my friends, to day 25 of Kegel Camp. I'm so excited for you to have come so far. And if you're just joining me now, of course, please start back at day 1. But we're going to be doing an interesting routine today. I really want you to stay for the whole thing. I have some really important things to share, but it's going to be less of a workout and more of a almost meditation. We're going to focus back in on breathing and releasing the pelvic floor and also contracting, the beautiful interplay that breathing and the pelvic floor have. So we're going to get right into that. But first, in the spirit of breathing, I want to teach you something that I call the decompression breath. So this is something that I've shared in other videos, but if you've never seen it before, then I want you to learn it today. Basically, the decompression breath is the idea that when you fold forward, so think of like a forward bend, like you're stretching your hamstrings, or anytime you're really going to be bending forward, like into a sun salutation in yoga, or just bending down to pick something up. The idea is that instead of just bending, you actually lift your pelvic floor and pull in your abs and exhale as you fold. So look at the difference. We'll do a forward fold and maybe we can all do it together. If you are going to fold forward, like to stretch your hamstrings, try just folding forward versus lifting your pelvic floor and exhaling. So do your Kegel and exhale and then fold forward. First of all, you can hinge a little bit deeper. Second of all, there's not the same downward pressure that you feel on your pelvic floor and your pelvic organs than when you just sort of bend forward without doing that decompression breath. So the decompression breath is an exhale, and your pelvic floor is going to lift and your low belly pulls in as you do that exhale. So it takes the pressure off of your pelvic floor and your pelvic organs. So anytime you fold forward, please try to do that decompression breath. All right, let's go ahead and move into the exercise of the day, which is actually a very relaxing exercise. So I have here my meditation cushion, and if you would like to be up on a meditation cushion, that's wonderful. If not, that's okay too. You might want to sit in a chair. Just make sure that you can have nice tall posture and that you're not slumping. So on your meditation cushion, I want you to really feel the breath and the interplay between the diaphragm and the pelvic floor. Now, I have some amazing video footage that is from a fellow physical therapist, Think Beyond Pain. Please take a look at how the breathing diaphragm and the pelvic floor really move and work together. So take a look at that. It's just beautiful to see that interaction between when the diaphragm comes down and flattens out when you're inhaling, when your lungs are filling with air and the diaphragm is coming down, the pelvic floor comes down and stretches and opens as well. Then, when the diaphragm lifts, which is when you're exhaling because your lungs are getting smaller, that's your diaphragm lifting just a bit. Your pelvic floor is lifting as well. So they mirror each other. It's just so beautiful to see this footage of it actually happening in real time. So I want you to feel that in this exercise today, which is not only a meditation and kind of a release, because we've been working hard with, our days up until now. We've really been progressing. So now take this as an opportunity to relax and let go, but also to still work your pelvic floor and your core. So if you remember back to day 1 of Kegel Camp, we did something called a box breath, where you inhale into your low belly, your low ribs, everything expands, and then you hold it for 4 counts. And then you exhale, and then you hold that for 4 counts. So going in and then out. And when you inhale, think about that picture that I showed on screen a little bit ago, how when you inhale, not only is your belly expanding and your lower ribs are expanding, you're expanding all the way around, but also your pelvic floor is kind of releasing. Then when you exhale, that pelvic floor lifts as the low belly pulls in. So if you want to, you can actually hug around your upper chest right here, so around your upper ribs and then your lower belly. So hug like this, arms crossed, so one on top, one down below. The idea is that the arm on top is feeling these lower ribs expand, and the one down below is feeling your belly and the lower abdominal area expand as well as you inhale. And then as you exhale, you feel everything pulling inward and upward with your arms. It's kind of like a biofeedback. So you're feeling that expansion as you breathe in, and then hold it. And then you're feeling the drawing in and lifting upward as you exhale. So if it helps you to have your hands like this, you can. I would like for you to get even more of a relaxation benefit from this by making your exhale today a little bit longer. So instead of that perfect box where you're inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4 counts, exhaling for 4 counts, and holding for 4 counts, I'd like for you to inhale for 4 counts, or whatever feels good, hold it for about 4 counts, and then exhale for maybe 6 counts. Really pull the belly in and lift the pelvic floor, and hold it for 4 to 6 counts, and then do it again. So it's kind of a awkward shaped box, I guess. But the idea is still that you're inhaling and expanding all the way around and even expanding down into your pelvic floor. And then you're exhaling and feeling that pelvic floor lift and the low belly and the low ribs pull in. If you're using your hands like this, you can even put a little pressure and pull in a little bit more using your arms to really get that exhale and lift. Keep going with this and practicing. It's very calming. It's very good for your nervous system, your stress levels. Everything will just slow down, and you're getting a core workout at the same time. So keep going with this. Picture that interplay between the breathing diaphragm and the pelvic floor as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out. As you breathe in, holding, and as you breathe out for longer, holding, lifting, pulling in. I'd like for you to, on your own count, do a couple more breaths. Feel that interplay. Feel your whole core lighting up, expanding, releasing, and then lifting, pulling in, contracting. This is what's going to give your pelvic floor the resilience that it needs. We're not looking for a pelvic floor with our Kegel Camp that's all tight and crunched up and cramped. We're looking for something with resilience, that's a bouncy team player, like a trampoline that can release and that can also contract, but then it can release just as easily again. It's a very fluid, flowing motion that we're looking for, and this is what is going to help you with balance, core control, stability, back pain. It's going to help release pelvic pain if you have pelvic pain, because you'll be able to release the tension. It's going to help you with your bowel and bladder control, your gas control. It's going to help you with your sexual health. So many ways this will help you. So anytime you need to relax mind and body and also get a little core workout, come back to this type of core breathing. It is so helpful and so good for you on a holistic level. I will see you back tomorrow for day 26, and just know that for the last 5 days of Kegel Camp, things are going to get a little more intense, more balance challenges. We're going to use weights a few more times, a little bit more impact. It's going to be really good. So come on back, and until then, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. Bye.